Hi, I'm Shonda Miles. I am a performance expert, and so I help people who are looking to achieve their goals. So today I want to talk to you about praying for people. So my son and I were talking a few weeks ago about this young man who is his coworker who had served some time in prison, and he just made a simple mistake, but he has had trouble adjusting to being out of jail. He's super quiet, super withdrawn, and his mother sit in on the interview. His mother has been there at his job just trying to help him get acclimated, and the person who hired him, the manager of the store, had no idea. And so I was telling my son that we should just pray for him. And so I believe in the power of praying. I know that somebody prayed for me. I believe that my grandmother prayed for me. I believe my mother prayed. I believe that a lot of people prayed for me. And that's the reason why my life is as well as it is. And I believe that there's power in praying. People don't have to know we're praying. People don't have to ask us to pray. When we see a need, we should pray for people. People need prayer, and this is the only way that things can change. The only way that people can change. And so this young man, he probably has no idea. Like, he's probably feel like a fish out of water, and his poor mother, just how strong you have to be able to do these things to try to help your child be able to make it, to get acclimated after being in prison. Young kid, like, he's not an adult. I mean, he's not a he's 22, so he is an adult, but he's young, and in my opinion, he's a kid. I think when my children, the age of my children. But anyway, we should pray for people. When we see a need, we should pray, and there are way more needs than we could ever know about. So I believe in praying for people in parking lots, whether they know I'm praying or not, in buildings, hospitals, clinics, wherever we are, schools, wherever you are, in the grocery store, the stores, shopping. There is a need. There's always a need. We could always be praying for people. We don't have to say anything out loud. We don't have to ask people what their needs are. We could just pray. This gentleman, I think, him and his mother, I think they need prayer. They need for things to change in their life. Sometimes we don't even know we need. We just know that things are not right. So sometimes we don't even know we need. So I believe it's we can be very purposeful in praying. God knows the need, right? Before we even ask, He knows we need. So when you see a need, just pray. If you don't see a need, still pray, because there's things that we don't even see. We don't know somebody's story, right? We don't know what's happened before we met them. We don't know what happened just minutes before they came in contact with us. So we can always be praying. And I believe that we're in either we're going into a problem or a season of trial, we're in the middle of a trial, or we're coming out of a trial. So I believe there's always an opportunity to pray, be thankful for things that are, as well as they are, but we always be in a have a posture of praying for other people, not just for ourselves, not just for our family, not just for our friends, but total strangers, people who we know have needs, people that we can see visibly there is something going on, that there is a need there. So always be thinking about praying for people who could give us nothing in return, who would have no idea that we prayed. Just pray because we see a need.